Our Tumblr moment of the week. No, not the helicopter. Ooh, a new bit. Cole on the street. These men are drunk. Welcome to the first ever episode of Reviewing the Elite, the only show that I know of that is going to give you recaps of everything that happened on the latest episode of Being the Elite. I'm your girl Al. Let's get into episode 367, Helicopter. Whew, this was a fun one. We are coming off of Wrestle Dream. There's a lot happening. Last week, we were promised cartwheels if we got a 6-man tag championship match win, which we did. So we open it. Everyone's doing their cartwheels. Hangman's, they need some work, but our cowboy can do whatever he wants. We support our cowboy here. We get Matt, we get Nick, we see them all. And then they're like, hey, we're backstage. We see Matt. They're like, Matt, you know what you gotta do? And he's like, what? They're like, we see back to last week. We cut in. We get Matt says, oh, you win? I will do a cartwheel. And so he does it, reluctantly. Cart of wheels. Hangman is like, can I get some help working on my cartwheels? And that was our cold open. We go straight into the intro, and then we're traveling. We are going to Denver this week. Well, last week. We see it. It's fun. We get Matt and Nick prepping for their singles matches. We don't get to see either of them in singles very often. What Matt said, this is like a second only. This is Nick's third tag match, a singles match. Hello. And so they're kind of nervous, and the altitude, it's Denver, mile high, so they're worried about that. They don't even have matching gear this week because Nick didn't even realize he's gonna wrestle. So that's kind of cool. That's also what I love about BTE. We get to find stuff out because I was wondering why they didn't match last week. Turns out Nick wasn't supposed to wrestle, so he had to find some gear. He has Kenny's knee pads. He has shoes that doesn't match. So, you do what you gotta do. Our boys the Elite are always ready. They'll figure it out. They're here. They are team players. Then we go straight into Brandon and Colt backstage before their big 8-man tag match. A little bonus match. Bonus the Elite match. Fun. I love seeing these bonus matches that they do during the shows. It's always fun. I like seeing Colt and Brandon's growth as a tag team. They are really meshing well together. This is not the last we're going to see of them, but we get a lot of time with this match. We see basically almost the whole thing. We got Colt and Brandon worried because they got to face the Dark Order and Butcher and the Blade, and we do mention Colt really never left the Dark Order. He just went away and came back, and Brandon handed him a camera and was like, hey, let's go. And now they're dressing alike. They're doing tag team moves. So it's a little awkward for Colt because his Dark Order friends, they're not so friendly. We see this throughout the match. Alex is like, you left us? I would like to see more. I want to explore this situation more, but that's maybe we will. But very fun. We get Kip on the sidelines, Evil Uno on the sidelines, Brandon and Colt doing great tag team, maneuvers together, Brandon dabbing into an elbow. It's all, all fun and games. Then we get into the Tumblr break for the Matt girlies. There's really nothing to say, we just get our Tumblr break. Shower. There you go. Have fun with that, girls. We're back in the locker room after the show. They're talking about their matches and how hard it is to be singles competitors. They're like, Hangman, how do you do this? And he's like, I have to talk. And I was real worried. I had to look at the time if I went over. It's gonna be the end. And they agree. They say talking is very hard. It is. English is hard. Speaking is hard. Get it. They're all reeling. Matt offers Hangman his ice for his vocal cords. The Dark Order pops up. They just want to hang out, as one does, I guess. They sit down. Alex gets in Matt's ear and says, we're gonna tell you. This is the second time we've had to blackmail you this year. If you know, you know. If you're keeping up, we know what's happening. They own the Hungbug's name. And they're like, nobody else can hear us. There's other people around. We love a BTE cinematic universe. He says, we're gonna tell them. We blackmailed you second time this year. We're gonna let them know what's up. And Matt freaks out, and right as, Evil Uno and everybody's saying, yep, we're gonna tell you guys something, Matt pantses Johnny. And we get good old dick jokes. Just, standard BTE dick jokes. Everyone goes around and has their thoughts, and Nick thinks of a foot long. Hangman's confused about the shape, or he doesn't remember it the same. And then Johnny proceeds to helicopter because he says, oh, I forgot to wear underwear. So he just helicopters. Classic BTE wiener jokes. And Dark Order walk out. Johnny's still helicoptering. Sure. And then Hangman and Nick are real confused. They're like, Matt, that was kind of immature. And then Matt's like, oh, him helicoptering. So we will see if Dark Order tell Nick and Hangman Matt's secrets next week. We'll see. We think it's the end. We go, cut, credits, we're out. Oh, rewind. No, we are back with Colt and Brandon. And they're going to be on the streets. Colt on the streets. They are going to take it to the people to name them, to mesh well. They go all around. They get name suggestions. First kid, Colt thinks he doesn't know who he is, but he does. He says, you're Colt Cabana, you guys are Brandon. We get some suggestions of Tiger Bomb. We get, what else do we get? Cutler Supreme, Boom Boom, what is this? Boom Boom Supreme, Cutler, at the Cutler Cabana. That one's pretty good. Tiger Stripes. We get several different names. We are going to the people. At one point, there's a Jeff Hardy dance break. And some incoherent nonsense from some fans who've been hitting the sauce, I guess. We're having a good drunk time. It's a good time when you're wrestling AEW shows. They are the best. Then we go to the merch line. There's somebody who supports neck health. There's a Roddy supporter, which is soft collar in line. The team, everybody wants merch. I do. You know what? Like I said, Brandon, Colt, love them as a tag team. We want merch. They still want the names. Afterwards, they're like, you know what? We're going to do this again. We're going to pull the people of Stockton for next week, which was actually yesterday's. And Brandon's like, yep, we're going to go to Stockton. We are going to go back to my California people. And Colt's like, okay, sure. So we get that. And then we go straight to the strikes. It's been a minute since we've seen the strikes from our boy Hollywood hunk Ryan Nemeth. But we are back on the picket lines. We got our dogs of the picket lines, which is my favorite. This is before the writer's strike ended, a few days before. But we also do go to the SAG strike, so it's great. It's a good time. Support everybody striking. Love it. Love that we get to see this on BTE. And then we get a brief stop at Wrestle Dream. We see Matt and Nick filming some segments before. And then we just cut back. We're at the airport. And we're going. They're going home. They actually get to fly out the night of. They talk about the travel. We talk about the debut of Adam Copeland, formerly Edge, and what a big deal that is, and how everyone sung the song. They used to do the spear. So it was fun. And Matt does a little hint in there. He says they won that number one contendership match, and he knows where he wants to cash that in at. So we'll see. Full Gear, not quite sure, but we will see. He also has some stuff planned to help their travel. Who knows what that's going to be? We'll find out next week. But that was it. That is BTE 367. Let me know what you guys want to see in this show. What do we want to talk about? What was your favorite part? What are we thinking? Where's our BTE champion? We briefly saw Kip. What do you guys want? Put it all in the comments. Please subscribe. Please support. I'm open to ideas. But yeah. Thanks for hanging out. This was episode 1 of Reviewing the Elite. If you like it, let me know. Follow me at AlYab, that's my personal, and follow the podcast at AlYabPod. Appreciate it. And I will see you next week. Bye.